to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. That was super sweet of you. Real quick, I just wanted to say thank you so much for 200 subscribers. This is very exciting. I am so happy to have 200 of you watching my videos. If you're subscribed, I thank you so much, and if you're not subscribed yet, I encourage you to please do so. I promise to always be super sweet to you and to respond to all your comments. So yeah, I just want to say thanks for that real quick, and welcome back to Makeup and Mental Health Wednesdays, everybody's favorite day of the week, certainly my favorite day of the week. And this week I'm coming to you with some non-quarantine content for the first time in what feels like years, but is in reality first time in a few months. So today I wanted to talk to you about hair. I've been making a lot of hair content lately. I recently cut my boyfriend's hair for the first time. I did a hair mask review the other day, and it really got me to thinking about my own personal relationship with my hair journey, how my hair affects my self-esteem and my personal well-being. I wanted to talk about the societal pressures to have your hair look a certain way, and of course to open it up to a greater discussion in the comments and hear all of your hair opinions. So if talking about hair and the societal impact of hair on our own well-being is something that is interesting to you, then I encourage you to please subscribe and keep on watching because it's coming at you right now. So you may be asking yourself, she said this show is called Makeup and Mental Health. What does hair have to do with mental health? Well, a lot of my mental health has to do with my self-esteem and how I feel about myself. And for me personally, my hair is a big reflection of how my self-esteem is. I don't know why that is, it just kind of is. So let me just tell you a little bit about my own personal hair journey. I honestly don't remember too much about my feelings about my hair until I was 9, because when I was 9, I cut off 10 inches of my hair for Locks for Love. After I got my hair cut for Locks of Love, I went out into the parking lot with my mom and sobbed for an hour because I just felt like I didn't feel pretty without my long hair. And that was probably the first time I can recall having an emotional connection to my appearance. I remember so strongly that I told my mom I felt like I looked like a boy, and my hair wasn't even that short. It was probably like to here, but I told my mom I felt ugly. I felt like my hair looked like a boy. I didn't feel pretty. I missed my long hair. I wanted my long hair back. I wanted to get a wig, and like I just had a very traumatic experience revolving around that haircut. It was my first traumatic haircut. You know, I'm sure everybody's had an experience like that, but it was very traumatic for me. I was very upset. So from that moment on, my new goal was to have long hair and to have long hair forever. So I just became fixated on growing my hair out, and in the meantime, I would try to distract from my short hair by throwing in little frilly headbands, throwing in little clips and things. I just wanted my hair to look as girly as possible. Girly was the word I used at the time, but now I would say I probably wanted to present as more feminine than I felt like I was with my short hair. And then in middle school, I went to middle school around the mid-2000s, by the way, but it became a big trend for people to start straightening your hair. Yes, everybody remembers the big straightening trend. I was definitely on board with that. I used to straighten my hair every single day in 7th and 8th grade because I felt like it made my hair look longer. I felt like it made me look prettier. I felt like it made me look more feminine. And for some reason, I also thought I looked skinnier with straight hair. I don't know why. I don't know what scientific correlation my brain decided based on that, but I just felt like when my hair was straight, I looked 10 times prettier and skinnier, and I just felt so much more confident in myself. And then when I got about midway through high school, the trend started changing again, and it definitely started leaning more towards people like curling their hair. So what I would do is straighten my hair so that it was nice and smooth, and then I would put curls in it after that. Tons of heat damage. I'm still recovering from it. And then once I got towards the end of my college career, I stopped putting heat on my hair because I wanted to try to get my natural curls back, because I looked at pictures when I was little and I was like, you know what, I had curls before. I want to get those back, and the only way to do that is to stop putting heat on my hair. I did like a very weak attempt at the curly girl method, but luckily I got my curls back, as you can see. So that was great. I was really happy with the way my hair was looking for a while. So then most recently, probably like 6 months, maybe to a year ago, I started noticing that my hair looked like it was thinning a little bit. Like I felt like my part looked bigger on the top, and I decided that was the latest thing that I would be self-conscious about. So I saw a video, I think it was actually a Tati video. This wasn't like the point of the video, but she mentioned in the video that she put makeup in her hairline to make her hairline look thicker. So I started putting makeup in my hairline to make my hairline look thicker. And every day, even if I wasn't going outside, even if I had nowhere to go, after I got out of the shower, I would go and put makeup in my hairline to try to make it look thicker. And looking back, it probably looked pretty ridiculous because I didn't have any eyeshadow that matched my hair shade exactly. Like, it wasn't like makeup made for hair. I was using like eyeshadow. Like, I know I would definitely use this color sometimes, which is not my hair color, but I wanted my hairline to look fuller. That became the thing that I was fixated on, and is the thing that I'm still fixated on. I stopped putting makeup on it probably like 6 months ago because, okay, I'll tell you the reason why I really stopped putting makeup on it. My boyfriend would kiss the top of my head, and then I would see him walking around the apartment with little black smudge on his forehead, and I was so embarrassed, and I was like, oh no, you have something on your forehead, what's that, let's get rid of it. And he didn't realize it was from the top of my head makeup, but I knew it was from my hair makeup, and it was very embarrassing. So I stopped doing it for that reason, but I'm very glad that I did, because now I realize it was probably clogging my hair follicles and making my hair not grow even more. So now you're all up to date with my hair journey. Now let's talk about why I think I have never really been happy with the way my hair looks. As I was mentioning while talking about my hair journey, I think that I have always had something about my hair that I was unhappy with. Even when I hopped on board with the trends, even when I was straightening my hair every day, I still was very self-conscious of my hair when it wasn't straightened. I will say I'm very happy to be at a point right now where I feel like I like my hair when I don't do anything to it, and I think that's huge progress for me. But I think the reason why I still remain self-conscious about my hair and why I always find something with my hair that makes it not perfect or not quite where I want it to be is the boom of the influencer culture. And I know that you can probably blame a lot of things on that, and I don't think it's fair to blame everything on influencer culture, because I think celebrities have a lot to do with it. I think marketing tactics have a lot to do with it. But right now, I think especially we're at a time in society where we are constantly bombarded with beautiful people and influencers whose hair always looks perfect, and celebrities whose hair always looks perfect and always looks really thick and full and luscious and perfectly curled. And it's the perfect color. They never have roots showing. They always have their hair done perfectly. And I think it's hard to be surrounded by that sort of content all the time. And I think now that I'm at a place as an adult in my mid-20s where I can kind of recognize, like, okay, I know that these people have stylists who can constantly be doing their hair. I know that a lot of these influencers, 99% of these influencers probably have tape-in extensions, and I should not be jealous of their natural hair because it's probably not their natural hair. You can't just unfollow everybody with tape-in extensions, you know, because not everybody's telling you that they have the tape-in extensions. So like, how do you differentiate who you should follow and who you shouldn't? I don't think you should have to unfollow everybody who has beautiful hair or everybody who has hair that makes you jealous. I think that we need to try to change our mindset around that jealousy and try to think about why we're feeling jealous and know that it's not that specific person that you're jealous of. You're jealous of that hair because society and marketing and products and celebrities that are being pushed on you constantly are telling you that that is the only way to have hair, and that is the only beautiful way to have hair. If you have thick, long, luscious, perfectly colored hair. And I think that we need to try to surround ourselves with people with different types of hair. I think that would be a great start. I made a video a little while back trying out some TikTok hair tutorials, and I have to say that video left me feeling pretty discouraged because throughout making that video, I realized that none of those tutorials were made for people with hair like mine. They were made for long, thick-haired girls, and none of the tutorials I tried to do worked out successfully, and I ended up having to put my own twist on it to try to make them work because they just weren't made for thin hair. But despite that video initially making me feel bad about myself, I thought about it after I made it, and I was like, you know what? I should take this as an opportunity rather than to sit here and say, oh wow, these tutorials are not meant for me. These hairstyles are not meant for me. Why can't I have nice things? I can instead say, okay, if I'm not seeing the content for my type of hair, why not just make that content for my type of hair, you know? Because if I'm sitting here thinking, oh wow, poor me, I have thin hair, I feel bad about myself, and I now feel self-conscious that I don't get to have beautiful thick hair and wear these beautiful styles, you know that there has to be thousands of other people having the same thought, because my hair type is not unusual. If I have thin hair, there's gotta be a ton of people that have thin hair, you know, because it's just statistically impossible for me to be the only person with this hair type. So rather than sit here and be upset about it and feel bad and feel like I'm underrepresented in that category, you just have to create your own representation in that category. And I should also mention that this is me complaining as a white person about my hair type, where people of color are constantly marginalized for their hair type. There are schools that put in dress code regulations so that people can't wear braids in their hair, or people can't wear dreadlocks in their hair, or hairstyles that have cultural significance to Black people. They are not allowed to wear that because it's against dress code and it's distracting. How stupid is that? I can't imagine how frustrating that must be. The fact that hair could even be included in a school's dress code makes no sense to me. I think society wants to regulate how people look so badly and the way people want to look so badly, and it so badly wants to set a standard for hair, and I think that's weird. I think that's messed up. I think so often it's older white men who make these dress codes, and I think that certainly needs to change. There's just a general lack of representation for different hair types in the beauty industry in general. I want to see more people who don't have long blonde balayage hair. I'm sick of it. I don't want to see it anymore. I don't want to see any more Pinterest hair. You guys know what I'm talking about. You know that signature hairstyle that everybody named Bailey has. I want to see people with different hair types. I want to see different hair types celebrated more. I think another reason why we're all feeling a lot of pressure to have your hair look that one certain way, that long, luscious, thick, curly hair that I keep talking about, is because look at our sponsored ads. I don't know, maybe I'm only speaking for myself here, but I don't search for hair thickening products often, or at least I didn't used to. They just started showing up on my sponsored Instagram ads. Now I find myself searching for hair growth items and for hair thickening items because I'm seeing those ads so often and I find myself doing research on them. But it wasn't until I saw other people talking about these products and I saw other people talking about how they bought this and it made their hair grow so fast and it made their hair so thick and long and they used to hate their hair and now they love it. And then that makes me think, oh wow, I'm the before picture. I'm the before picture for this ad. That's how my hair looks. I should be striving for the after. And that sucks. That really sucks. That is good marketing on their part because it definitely made me look into the products. But that sucks for how it made me feel. That's an ad that made me feel like I needed something that I didn't know I needed before. And again, that's the definition of marketing. They've done a good job, but I just think it really sucks for my self-esteem and it makes me think about younger girls and younger people that had seen an ad like that. And if I had seen an ad like that when I was younger than I am now, it definitely would have gotten to me a lot worse. And that makes me really mad because you should not be making little girls feel like they have to take supplements to make their hair grow longer and thicker because they don't need to, because you should be teaching them to learn to love the skin that they're in and to learn to love the hair that they're given and not make them think that they have to change in order to feel more beautiful. And I will say, there's nothing wrong with wanting to change your hair. Clearly, if I thought that way, I would be a hypocrite. I just tested a hair thickening product yesterday, but I do have an issue when it feels like society is just pushing a certain type of hair, and all of these products are pushing a certain type of hair, and all of their after pictures are, again, those girls with the really long, luscious, silky, smooth, long, thick hair. I don't know. It just feels like all of these products are marketed towards making your hair look a certain way. So what do I want from these marketing companies? Do I want to keep complaining about how I think their marketing tactics are really lame? Maybe for a little while longer, but I would also like to see them diversify the market. I want to see you know, if you want to sell a hair growth product, sell it in a way that doesn't make the before picture feel ugly. I know you have to show a transformation, okay? But I think it's important for you to also promote that it's not a bad thing to have thin hair. It's kind of the same with weight loss fads and with dieting fads, when they show the before picture of the overweight person and they make them look all sad and they make them look frumpy and they make them look like this, and you notice how they're always hunched over, and then in the after picture they're like super skinny and they're wearing a cute outfit and they're smiling and their makeup's done, and just, I hate stuff like that. You shouldn't make people who are the before picture feel bad. It's okay to promote a product that causes a transformation. You need to show that transformation, but stop making the before picture look so frumpy and so sad, because not everybody is sad to be that before picture, and they don't have to be sad. You're trying to make the before picture look bad so that you can make people feel bad, so that you can make people buy more things. That's all marketing is. Marketing is just making you feel bad in order to force you to buy a product to make you feel better. But you are never actually going to feel better, because they are just going to keep selling you another thing after that. They'll give you a hair growth serum to make your hair grow longer, and then after your hair grows longer, they'll sell you another serum to make your hair shinier, and after your hair is shinier, they'll sell you another serum to make your hair curly, and then after you get the curly serum, they'll sell you another one to make your hair straight, because straight hair is in style again. And it's just a never-ending cycle, and they never really want you to be happy. They just want you to constantly be reaching for the next thing that they want you to buy. So I think if more people realize that, then maybe we can start to, hopefully think about that next time we see an ad that is promoting that before and after picture. What I hope that you will take away from this video is that there are so many different types of beautiful hair, and they should all be celebrated. And if your hair doesn't look like mine, that's great. And if your hair doesn't look like the hair that you're seeing in the hair commercials, that's great. And if your hair looks like the before picture in a hair growth ad, that's fine too. Because remember, they're only putting those before pictures to make you want to buy something. They know that most people's hair looks like the before picture, and they know that that hair is not really ugly, but they need you to buy their product, so they're trying to convince you that it's ugly. But don't let them do that, because your hair is beautiful, and all different types of hair are beautiful. And if you want to buy one of those products, that's your prerogative to do so, but don't do it because they made you feel ugly. Do it because it's something that you actually want to do, but also try to get to a point where you love your hair in its before state. You don't need any product to make you feel beautiful, and that the only way that you will truly feel beautiful is if you feel beautiful on the inside. So don't let these companies ruin your self-esteem, because they shouldn't make money off of that. I could talk about this for hours and hours and hours, but I think I should wrap up the video now. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you liked it. Please keep talking to me in the comments. I'm sorry I didn't ask any questions throughout this video, but I hope that you will let me know what your thoughts on this are. Do you also get a million of those sponsored ads on your Instagram for hair growth products? I'm sick of them. I'm just gonna block all of them because they don't make me feel good, and I don't need that in my life. So let me know if you guys see those too. What do you do to help keep your self-esteem up when you feel like all of the hair ads are trying to push your self-esteem down? Let me know everything in the comments down below, and don't forget to subscribe, because I put up a new makeup and mental health every Wednesday, and I'm always open to topic suggestions. If you got something you want me to talk about, please let me know that down below. And on Mondays and Fridays I make other beauty videos, so it's a whole bundle of laughs over here all the time. I hope you guys are staying safe. I hope you're doing well, and I can't wait to talk to you on my next video. Bye.